Can you make awesome images with a toy like this? I'd say yes, but let's have a look. Welcome back to my channel. It's time for something special, playing with a toy camera like this. If you know my channel, you know that I'm normally shooting on Hasselblad cameras, although I also shoot on many other cameras, but that's a very high-end camera. But this time I'll show you what kind of fun shooting you can do with a camera like this. That sort of is like a toy, but it is really a camera. It can do anything a normal camera can do. Well, it can do a lot of the things a normal camera can do, but yeah, it is for something special, and it's a very special format. If you haven't seen my video about panoramic photography from a year ago, you can see it up here. In that one I feature this camera as well as some other cameras, but this time I will delve deeper into what this camera is and how I use it, and why I think that you can have fun shooting this camera as well as shooting my very expensive Hasselblad series of cameras. First of all, this camera shoots film, so it's not a digital camera like my Hasselblad camera. And it's a very special format because it shoots in a very wide format, and it also exposes the sprockets, the film wind holes on the film, and that's the reason why it's called Sprocket Rocket. So that's the name of the camera. I like this format very much. You know, probably from my other videos that I shoot panoramic format also on my Hasselblad once in a while, because it has this X-pan setting, and this one is actually wider than the X-pan, at least a bit as far as I remember, but nevertheless it's a panoramic format, and it also exposes the sprockets, so these can go into the picture as well, and that gives a very special look. Sometimes I do not scan the sprockets, sometimes I do. It depends on what kind of photography I do, but it's fun to have the possibility to do it. This camera is almost completely plastic. The lens is plastic and the house is plastic. I think it's only like the screws and the flash socket up here that is not plastic, but it's pretty nice, and it is even has a tripod mount underneath here that's hidden behind this one, to which you can attach a strap if you want to. So you actually have a tripod mount here. And what about the internals of it? Well, if you look through the viewfinder, I don't know if you can see it here, you can see the very wide image. Difficult to see, but inside it is truly panoramic. The camera only has two settings for shutter speed. It has the normal setting, which is around 1/100th of a second, and then it has the bulb mode, and the shutter release is here, so you have to hold it down to have the bulb mode. And up here in the normal mode, you just press it and it takes 1/100th of a second photo. But the funny thing is that you can expose as many times as you like on each frame, because there's no connection between the wind button and winding the film and the shutter release. There's not so many settings on this camera, because the other thing you can set down here is the aperture, and it's either here like on the cloud, which is around f8, or it's up here and it's around f16 on where the sun is. So there's not so many settings here, and that means also that you have to be careful with the selection of film. On sunny days I usually use a 100 ISO film for this camera, but on more cloudy days I take 1/400, but I have also used 3200 of a second film on very dark days or early in the morning or around sunset. That also gives some very nice images. And you can use it indoors, either with a flash or with like a 1600 or 3200 ISO film. That gives nice images as well. Depending on the kind of images I do with this camera, I like the sprockets, or sometimes I leave them out. I always expose with the sprockets, but it depends on what I scan afterwards. So it's in the process afterwards that I decide if I want to have the sprockets in the image or not. It's easy to wind the film here. You have an exposure counter in here on the right window, and the left one displays a small dot every time you advance a full frame. Not a full frame, but a full frame in this camera. This one will display a dot in the leftmost small window here. So that's about it. One small thing more, you can actually through this window see what kind of film you have loaded. So if there's a writing on the canister, you can see it in here. If you roll your own films, you might not have any writing here, so it'll just be dark. But if you buy films, then the settings on the film will be visible, so you can see what film you've loaded. If you should have forgotten and didn't shoot all the images on the film on the first shoot. There's actually one setting more, and that is the distance. I don't know if you can see it, but it actually has two settings here. So over here for sort of kind of close-ups. It's not really close because the lens on this one is very wide. So 0.6 meters is not very close, but you can shoot portraits and stuff like that at 0.6 meters to 1 meter. And you can also place it in between somewhere, so you have to sort of average or what do you call it, estimate how far between the two settings you are. So I hope you liked this short view on the Sprocket Rocket camera. My yellow toy. I also have a red one, so I sometimes bring both black and white and color film at the same time, one loaded in each camera. I hope you like this kind of small review. For me it's fun to shoot this camera. I love it as much actually as I love to shoot with my very expensive digital cameras. If you liked this review, please hit the subscribe button and also the like button so more can get to my videos. Thank you very much for this time, and bye for now.